Hey guys, welcome back to war number 2 of season 35. In this war, 4 Loki is taking on CIRR, and this war I'm going to be on path 6 in section 1, path 1 in section 2, and I do have one mini boss fight. The first fight up for me in this war is going to be a Red Magneto on the combat Deja Vu Prowess spiked armor node. Haven't taken this fight since they've added the spiked armor portion to it, and was a little concerned going into it how much damage back I was going to take. But figured using She-Hulk wasn't going to be too bad. Even if I had to throw in a potion at the end of it, it wasn't the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and toss on an invulnerability boost. Mainly on this one, I was worried as well about the prowess, and if he gets a couple prowess build up, and I eat a special 2. That's going to be all she wrote for me. So plan going in is just to alternate going medium light and then heavies, just to make sure that we don't let him get any prowess build up, and then we're going to bait special ones. I do have the Mr. F synergy, so that it does put on a couple power stings, and like I said, the goal is just to alternate those combos, bait special ones, and it's going to be a slow fight. And unfortunately, he does not want to throw specials in this fight at all. And he is getting a lot of willpower healing off my slows that I'm putting on him. I'm not a big fan of a passive AI. I tend to make a lot of mistakes. I tend to get pushed back against, the back wall, end up making a mistake, end up using a special. Something always goes wrong, and the other thing with a slow fight and this style fight is with all the input issues that we've had. Missing a parry is very easy to do now. But fortunately, he finally throws his special, able to get back up and going. Originally, I was going to throw my special ones here, but based on how passive he's being and the fact that I'm not able to build up any furies, I decided I'm going to go to my special 2 so I can get a petrified debuff on him. And at least while I'm baiting his special ones, he's losing some health instead of gaining it back. And then it's going to go back then and medium light, heavy, medium light, heavy. Dance around as much as we need to. The other thing about a slow fight is in a lot of these wars, it comes down to, very few deaths, and if it ends up being tied, it's based on time. So all this time I am dancing around, baiting specials. I'm concerned about that as well. Granted, the primary concern is getting out without dying, and then here we go, we are going to finish him off. But, time does come into consideration as well. So we are going to go ahead and move up to Longshot, which is the second fight, and I'm going to be using Immortal Abomination. For this fight, this node has the Aggression Prowess node on it, and critical setup. Concern here is for the Aggression Prowess, and I don't know if you can tell, I'm clicking on my profile picture trying to see if my vulnerability boost has expired. End up having to back out, can't get to my boost from there, have to back out to the main screen and then go back in. And of course by this time the invulnerability boost is expired and I'm going to have to reapply it. Same concern on this fight that I had on the Red Magneto fight. If he builds up prowess and I miss a dex on his special one, even with the health pool that I've got with Immortal Abomination, I'm concerned, that it would finish me off in one shot. So, reapply the invulnerability boost, and then jump into the fight. Then plan here is to fight fairly aggressive to keep the prowess down, bait his special 1, get to my special 2, and, that should finish this off. Longshot doesn't have the biggest health pools out there, so, special 2, get the acid burn on him. It should take care of things. He's being a little bit passive, but he does finally throw a special 1 there to get the full dex on it. We're building up, the power stings on there from Mr. Fantastic. We're building up our poisons, and unfortunately, he's building up his prowess. He's sitting at 5 prowess now. We'll dance around a couple more seconds. And then he finally throws a special and gets it to about 10 prowess. Now, I don't know how much damage that would have done if I would have missed my dex, but my guess is it would have hurt. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and throw, my special 2. Was hoping it wouldn't push him to his special 2, but really at this point, I'm just going to dance around, let him throw his special. He's got a couple of power things on there, and that should finish him off. And it does. So the first 2 fights are down. Full attack bonus on both. A little bit slower than I'd like, but safe. So we're going to go ahead and jump into section 2. And first up in section 2 is an Immortal Abomination. This has got the Never Back Down and Reinvigorated nodes. For this one, we're going to go ahead and use She-Hulk again. Not too concerned on this fight. This is a fairly straightforward node. The only thing that can get out of hand is his healing a little bit. But my plan is to stay aggressive. I'm going to throw special 1s, try and keep my Furies up. A for damage, B for the taunt, and then we'll see where we go from there. No special pre-fights, no 3-minute boosts on this one. Just kind of straightforward. This is going to be my last fight with She-Hulk. I know I'm going to get some willpower healing off of his debuff, so, so far everything going fairly well. Able to dex out of his special 1s pretty easily. He's throwing them right away, which is very, very nice. Helping me stay aggressive and keeping my Furies up. There I missed the dex in the last part. Went to counter, got parried, ate a little bit of a combo, got down to about 75%. But like I said, the willpower healing is really going to come into play on this one. I think I'm going to finish up around 92%, somewhere in that range. I'm just going to kind of continue. The fight's going well. He's down to 25%. He is healing up some, but it's nothing that I'm not able to overcome. I got 7 Furies. A nice little 21k ending hit on my special 1 and a 10k medium. So, plenty of damage there by She-Hulk to finish that one off. And you saw the little connection icon there. We actually had 2 people lose attack bonus in this war because when they went to load into a fight, they had, it never loaded in. They had to quit out, put in potions to heal their champs up. It's just unfortunate with all the connection issues and all that comes into play. And in this last fight on section 2, I've got Professor X going to use Immortal Abomination. Really, like with most of Immortal Abomination fights, kind of a straightforward plan. In this one, I'm going to watch out for the falters that Professor X can put on you, and throw my special 2, and that should end things. This does have buffet over time, but with Immortal Abomination being a global attacker, don't have to worry about that because I'm not going to get any buffs on me at all. So, there we go. Like I said, very easy to miss a parry. Miss a parry on that one. Take a couple hits, but one of the things I like about Immortal Abomination is he's going to heal himself up. I like champions that have a way of healing themselves. I have a tendency, I'm going to make a mistake here or there. I'm going to take a couple hits into block or things like that. So anyway, there we go. We got our special 2. The poisons are racking up. Professor X doesn't have a large health pool, and kind of a straightforward fight there. Okay, and then we're going to move ahead to mini boss fight. We're going to take on Sasquatch on the stun reflect, stun vulnerability node, and taken this with Immortal Abomination in the past, kind of the same thought process, same theory here with using Immortal Abomination is get to the special 2. So for this one, you're going to see me, I am boosted fairly big, going to throw on a pre-fight from Mr. Fantastic. Figure why not. I'm going to place 3 on the boss. I've got 1 extra. I might as well use it. So we're just going to toss it on there. probably helps a little bit. I don't know how much, but other than that, we're going to toss on a Power Start 1 just so we can get to our Special 2 a little bit quicker. And, you know, that should hopefully take care of things in this fight. So, you know, main thing here is just watching out for the stun reflect. One of the other nice things about Immortal Abomination is when they're hitting into you, they apply a weakness debuff to themselves. So it's really not doing too much damage to me to let them hit into my block. Get caught on a dash back there again. I think it's the second time this war. But, you know, bright side is it did get me up to a special 2 quicker. And you know, you can see he's already down to 70% health and only 30 seconds in. He did enter Wrath of Tamerlane really quick in this fight. You know, but doesn't end up being a big concern. The only concern is, you know, with his special 1, about 40% of the time I dex too early, 40% I dex too late, end up getting stunned, which I did there. But still, you know, boosted fairly big, plenty of health, not a big concern. You can see here, you know, we're less than a minute into the fight, and the fight's over. So, you know, able to take down that fight with no real big issues. And that's going to wrap up my war for this one. So we were able to get 5 wins and no deaths in this one, which brings me to an overall season total of 7 kills, 1 death, and for Loki has moved to 2-0. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.